Hello and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about my knitting. I finished one project in the time since the last podcast. I had to put one on pause because I ran out of yarn and I haven't gotten a new one yet. I have one whip and two projects that I wanna do in the coming month, which I'm gonna have a little bit less time for knitting because I am going on vacation to visit my mother and go to an amusement park. So we'll see how much knitting I will actually get done. But let's start with the one I finished. The project that I finished is the Pearl Jacket by Helen Beber, which looks like this. I made mine in like a really nice red color. Yeah, that is pretty much the only project I finished, but it did take me really long to do this. I made this out of Drops Baby Merino in the color 51, which is this like really nice darker red color. And then I held that together with Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk in the same color, which they are different. I don't know how good you will be able to see that, but the colors have like a marbled effect because the this one is lighter than the other red, but I was fine with that. I knew that before I started knitting the jacket. But yeah, this is worked with a 5mm needle, so in general it worked up really fast. What took me quite a while is the double knitted button band, which looks incredible. I think it looks really nicely finished, but it takes so much time. And the button band was knit with 3.5mm needles, so quite a bit smaller than the rest of the jacket. I really enjoyed the process of knitting this jacket. The broken rib stitch that is used in this looks phenomenal, knits phenomenal, it doesn't get boring at all, which was wonderful. And then we have quite a long normal knit section at the sleeves and then at the body as well. I didn't really change anything about the pattern other than making it shorter because I wear my things cropped, because I do only wear high-waisted skirts and trousers, so having cropped things just makes more sense to me. Yeah, I would recommend the pattern. The pattern was written incredibly nicely. Everything had like links to like how you can do things, really good instructions. I just think there was one error, which I was dumb because I knew it was written wrongly in the pattern, but I think at one point she switched wrong side and right side, or she missed a row, because my bind off is wrong at the bottom, because there was just a really weird part with the rows and I knew it was weird and it didn't make sense, and I did it anyway after the pattern, which I have learned from. It doesn't look super bad. I think if you don't know knitting you won't notice it, but obviously I know it, but I didn't want to redo it, so yeah, I'm gonna live with that. I think what's really nice is the shoulder construction. Like, it looks really nice. Though I can feel the shoulder construction by wearing it, and I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of that. Let me quickly show you how it looks on, because it's a jacket I can easily throw it over. This is how the jacket looks. As you can see, it's quite cropped. I used 4 matte black buttons, which I think fit really well, and then this is the length that the jacket has, and you can see the shoulder is like a little bit behind where your shoulder sits, and this is really noticeable, at least for me, on my skin, because it's less stretchy than the rest of the jacket, so I can feel it not stretching as much as the rest of the jacket, which, if that annoys you, I wouldn't recommend the pattern. I haven't made my mind up yet if it annoys me or not, because I have only worn it once so far, because it's just too warm at the moment to wear this jacket. So yeah, once I have worn it a little bit more, I might just check back in with you and tell you how I feel about it. But yeah, I can really feel the shoulder parting, and so I'm not 100% sure yet if I will wear this jacket often, to be honest. But yeah, I really like how it looks. I think it's like a wonderful jacket for like fall, because it is really warm, especially since I used merino and alpaca. That is really, really warm yarn. So I wore it this morning when it was like 12 or 13 degrees, and it was perfectly warm for that, just with a tank top underneath. So it is a really warm garment, but obviously we are going into fall in a little bit, so that is why I thought I would finish a fall project. And yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I just need to like deal with being able to feel the shoulder construction, which I think might just be a really personal problem. But yeah, would recommend. The pattern cost €8.46. For me, it is in krones, on Norwegian krones, I think. And yeah, the pattern comes in English and Norwegian, and it comes in 6 sizes, and I made the size S, which fits really, really well. Not as oversized as the one in the pictures that she made, but I don't know which size she made in the pictures. But yeah, hers is a little bit more oversized than mine, but mine is the perfect amount of oversized for my taste. So yeah, that is the project that I finished. I'm super happy about that. So I'm prepared for fall when it comes to that. Now, let's talk about the project that is on hold, which I already showed you the last time. But that is the Wait For It sweater. As you can see, I did not finish the body, sadly. I think 4 rows into the ribbing, but the ribbing obviously is like 8 centimeters or something like that, and I have like 1 centimeter. So there's quite a bit of ribbing still missing. So yeah, I do have to go and buy the drops cotton merino. I love the feeling of this yarn. I really need to go and order that, but at the moment I don't have enough yarn that I want to order from the website where I order my drops to like make an order, because I only ever order enough so that I have free shipping, because I think otherwise it's just not worth it. So this is probably a project I will finish in like October, because by then I want to start a project for my partner, and I need to order yarn for that, and I want to order the cotton merino for him as well. So once I am at the point where I want to order that yarn, I will go ahead and order more of the green color for myself, and then I can finish it finally. But yeah, up to that point, the Wait For It sweater is gonna be on hold, which is so sad. I really want to wear it, but it's not warm enough to wear it anyways at the moment. It's not cold enough to wear it at the moment anyway, so it isn't that problematic. But you know, obviously I want to wear what I make, and I can't finish it, which is a little bit more on the annoying end of things. Then let's talk about my current whip, which doesn't have a pattern. I'm currently working on a striped raglan sweater for myself, and this is how it's looking so far. Admittedly, you can't see much. This is a double folded collar that I made, like a folded collar, which is pretty wide because I wanted a really, really relaxed fit. And then I have this black yarn and the marled yarn. I don't even know what you would call this. This is both the black and this yarn are unicorn Hobie yarn, which is 75% merino and 25% polyamide. I love this yarn. I'm not the biggest fan that it has polyamide in it and isn't 100% merino, but it feels so good on the skin that with my problematic skin, because I have really, really sensitive skin and some skin troubles, or like medical problems with my skin, that I have a hard time with certain yarns that can snag on my skin, and this is just so soft that it does not do that. So I'm accepting that there's polyamide in it for my comfort of being able to wear it. So yeah, we have 2 wound up cakes at the moment. The black one is on the project at the moment, and this one isn't. Hopefully I have enough yarn, because I only have 2 skeins of these 2, and then I have 2 1/4 of the black, which hopefully will work out. But yeah, the plan is to do just a really relaxed bell sleeve top that is cropped in these stripes. They are 2.5 centimeter big stripes, and I couldn't find a striped raglan sweater pattern for extra fine yarn, because the thing is, this yarn is super fine, which is yarn weight 1, which I think is light fingering or fingering, something like that. This is like 100 grams have 400 meters, or 3.5 ounces are 437 yards, if that means more to you. So it is a really thin yarn, which I love working with thin yarns, but I have a hard time finding patterns for thin yarn. So I just thought, you know what, doing a raglan can't be that hard. I have made a raglan once already, but like with thicker yarn. So I just made my own calculations about how big everything needs to be and how many stitches I need. And so yeah, hopefully I will have a nice raglan sweater at the end of it. But so far it fits great. I have tried it on already. It fits exactly how I want it to fit at the moment. It will relax a little bit more once I wash it, but that is like, I know that. So yeah, hopefully this will be a finished sweater by the end of the month of September. That is my plan. I don't know if I will be able to do that, but that is the plan. And then I have 2 other things planned that I want to get done in September, which sounds unrealistic, let's be honest, but we will try. I do want to do 2 beanies. One in the baby merino from Drops, in the red, fitting for the cardigan. So I have like a beanie that fits the cardigan. I haven't found patterns yet that I will use, but I think like a beanie pattern shouldn't be hard to find that works with the yarn that I want to use. But yeah, one will be in this color, and then one will be in the unicorn hobby yarn, but in this really, really nice green color. I originally made a sweater out of this one, but I was really, really unhappy with how I did this sweater. Like, I made it like after pattern, but I was really not so great with reading patterns at that point. So I took it apart again, and I have, I think, 2 or 3 skeins of this one, and I didn't know what to do with it because I was so frustrated about the sweater. I didn't want to try the sweater again in this yarn, and so I decided this would make a great yarn for a beanie. I will have to, I think, hold it double because this obviously is really fine yarn, and then this one will be for my partner because he has no hair on his head, and he has really sensitive skin on his head, so I feel like this one will be really, really soft on his skin and should be a fine and warm beanie for him. And yeah, I haven't made a beanie yet, a knitted one. I have made crochet beanies, but I haven't ever knitted one yet, so I don't know how long it will take me, but the goal is to be able to make both beanies and finish the sweater throughout September, which sounds a little bit much, but you never know what you're capable of, so we'll just hope that I will get through all of that. But yeah, that is kind of where we're at with the knitting at the moment. I'm learning a lot with each project that I'm doing, so it's really, really interesting, like seeing how much I improve from project to project. Where, for example, this one I think looks really, really professionally made, which I think part is because of the pattern. So yeah, I have to give kudos to the pattern maker. But I feel like part is also that I have gotten so much better at doing my knitting and picking up stitches, and you know, as you can see, I have like a really, really nice seam here between the button band and the cardigan itself, where I have picked up the stitches. It looks really, really good, and so yeah, I feel like this looks like so professional, which makes me really happy because I think it's like totally fine. I think you can see that it is a self-made cardigan. I don't think anybody will think I bought it in a shop, which I also don't want, but I feel like it looks as if the person knew what they were doing while knitting it, which makes me really proud, to be honest. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I feel like every project is like making me more comfortable and confident in my abilities to knit, and that makes me really happy. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this, like on this really happy note about the knitting. I hope your knitting is going as well. If you haven't started knitting yet, do it. Like, now is the perfect time to start knitting. It's like a really relaxing hobby. And also, as like a little bit of a beginner's tip, start with something you want to make, not with a scarf or a beanie if you don't want to make one, because that's just wasted time. I just do what I want and what I'm in the mood for, and you know, my abilities will catch up at some point. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting to just keep you in the loop of how the knitting is going and what I'm doing. And yeah, if you have any projects you are working on at the moment, please leave them in the comments down below. I want to know what other people are knitting and doing. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!